46.
Good morning. Welcome to the Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and also remain standing for the invocation by Pastor Dallas Jackson, Renew Church.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. God in heaven, thank you so much for this time that we have together, Lord, as we've left the Thanksgiving season into this season now. And Lord, just pray for this meeting. Pray for all the students that are coming, who have come, Lord, and thank you for them. Thank you for the Board of Supervisors. Just pray for unity, clarity of mind, Lord. And as the season unfolds, Lord, will you give us opportunities to serve people, to have kindness in our hearts, and to listen, to understand, and not just to move on, Lord. Just pray for everyone who's presenting, just clarity of mind, and just clear to the point. And we just thank you for the people who serve in so many different ways. Thank you for cities represented here in the county. Just pray for your guidance. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. All right. Today we have a presentation by SCOE, the Tobacco Prevention Support Specialist, Ricky Bispo. Ricky, good morning.
Good morning.
And we have some artists to celebrate this today, huh?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good morning, Chairman Condit and the Honorable Board of Supervisors. My name is Ricky Bispo, and I'm here today with my director, Dallas Pla, and my colleagues, Charmaine Monty, Elizabeth Escalante, and Rachel Valenzuela. And before we begin, we would really like to express our sincere gratitude today to the Board of Supervisors for the opportunity to make these announcements and to be able to highlight our winners in these esteemed chambers. Thank you. And so just a little bit about Red Ribbon Week. Red Ribbon Week began in 1985 as a remembrance and a tribute to Drug Enforcement Administration agent Enrique Kiki Camarena Salazar when he was kidnapped and murdered by the drug traffickers that he was investigating in Mexico. Over the years, Red Ribbon Week has become a national awareness campaign highlighting the dangers as well as the positive alternatives to alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. Each year, students, school site staff, parents, and community members all work together to ensure a successful week. Awareness building happens through assemblies, coloring contests, academic lessons, community presentations, and much more. And we're thankful again this year because we're again able to host the traditional version of this contest. We feel it's important for us to really stop and recognize this because during the pandemic, we had to implement a more individualized contest. And for many staff and students, one of the things that makes this contest so fun is the coming together to compete as whole school teams. During the contest last year, one of our amazing assistant principals from Walnut Grove in Patterson expressed what we feel sums up the sentiment, saying, quote, "We're looking forward to you visiting our campus. Our student, family, and community involvement in planning and preparing for your visit have been overwhelming, and we are so appreciative of it, as it brings some normalcy and traditions back when we most need it." End quote. And we could not agree more. And though the return to some normalcy has looked different for everyone, the positive effects of being able to connect with students, coworkers, and fellow community members cannot be overstated. As an organization and as a team, we're filled with gratitude at having been able to host the contest in this format again. We're also pleased to announce that this year, thanks to a very generous donation from our partners at Sutter Health Memorial Medical Center, we had the honor of providing monetary awards to the winning schools. And so we're here today to honor the winners of the Stanislaus County Red Ribbon Week Best Decorated Most Spirited Schools Contest, and would like to thank the schools who are with us today. Each of them not only met the requirements, the minimum scoring criteria, but absolutely surpassed the committee's expectations. Each winning school will receive a certificate from the Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors, a certificate from the Office of California Assemblymember Juan Alanis, and a Red Ribbon Contest winner's plaque and certificate from the Stanislaus County Office of Education. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up our winners. So when your school's name is called, please come on up and receive your awards. So beginning with the elementary school division, in third place, we have Walnut Grove. Oh, yeah, yes.
Ricky, would you mind, with each school that you,
Oh, sorry.
each school that you announce, the city that they're in?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, because we are keeping
Absolutely,
score.
Walnut Grove, so Patterson. Patterson,
There
one
you
for
go.
Patterson.
All right, thank you.
So one for you.
We got it down there.
All right. So in second place, we had Grayson Elementary School, also from Patterson.
We got it.
Cougars. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You ready?
Okay, and in first place, we had Cunningham Elementary School from Turlock.
Coming out.
You already looked, you can't, jeez. You got 5.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on to the middle school, junior high school division, we had in third place Mark Twain Junior High School. And Mark Twain, unfortunately, Modesto, but Mark Twain was unable to join us this morning.
That's mine.
In second place, we had Creekside Middle School from Patterson. Congratulations. Congrats.
He's got nothing. Man, he's got nothing either.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. And then in first place for middle school, we had Dutcher Middle School, also from Turlock. Awesome. Congrats, you guys. Congrats.
Everybody ready?
Okay, and then last but not least, the high school division. We actually had a tie for third place. So first, in alphabetical order, Elliott Alternative Education High School from Modesto. Congratulations, Elliott.
I think it's serious.
Congratulations.
It's gonna be close. Gotta be way down. We'll see.
Also in third place, we had Houston High School. Houston was also unable to join us this morning. And then in second place, we had Roselawn High School from Turlock. Okay. And then in first place, we had Ceres High School. Okay, congratulations to all of our winners, and a huge thank you to the Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors, Sutter Health Memorial Medical Center, Stanislaus County Health Services Agency, the Stanislaus County Office of Education, and all of the students, school staff, parents, and community members who came together to participate in the contest this year. Thank you again for your time, and we wish everyone a great, happy, and healthy holiday season.
Thank you, Ricky. We get the final tally.
So
Me and Vito are neck and neck.
So we ended up with a tie between Districts 2 and Districts 5.
There you go. All right.
District 3 and 4 each got one, and unfortunately, Buck, you came in
Buck got
0.
skunked.
Yeah, we have some work to do.
That's all right. Well, we just want to thank all the students for being here today on behalf of the Board of Supervisors. It's an honor to recognize each and every one of you. We hope you stay involved. We hope you stay engaged and just do great things for your community and make sure you always give back any way you can. So thank you again for being here today. It's an honor to recognize you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, she is just a great person. Yeah.
Because I can
She showed me.
email.
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
It's gonna be kind of quiet in here pretty quick.
It went faster than I thought.
Yeah.
I think Chance may win today.
I've gotten a handle on this a little bit. All right, thank you again to the students and the schools for participating. We greatly appreciate them being here today. And again, it's great recognizing them and their accomplishments. All right, moving on to public comment. Public comment is a time for those in attendance to speak on items not related to the agenda. Please state your name for the record. Direct all comments towards the dais. And so that it is fair for every speaker, please keep your comments to the 5-minute time limit. I do have one comment card. It is from, I have a couple of comment cards. All right, but the first comment card is from Nancy Robinson, who is the president of Modesto Garden Club. Nancy, good morning. Thank you for being here today.
Good morning, Chairman Condon and the members of the board. This is my first time appearing before you, so I'm really excited. My name is Nancy Robinson. As president of the Modesto Garden Club, I'm here today with a few of our 377 members. The Garden Club was founded in 1924. The 100-year-old Modesto Garden Club's objective is to educate, impart knowledge, and skills of landscape design, floriculture, agriculture, trees, pest management, and ornamental horticulture. We desire to instill the joy of gardening and beautifying our community to club members, school children, senior citizens, and the community at large. As one of the largest garden clubs in the United States, next year is our centennial year, and we will have the honor of being the Grand Marshal for the City of Modesto 4th of July Parade. We are very honored. Today, I'm here to invite the members of the Stanislaus County Board of Supervisors and the Stanislaus public to join us as we celebrate the club's holiday season with two distinctive local events. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, December 6th, from 1 until 7 p.m. at Del Rio Country Club, the Modesto Garden Club hosts its elegant holiday table viewing of 30 tables decorated by outstanding club designers. The tickets are $10 and are available at the door. The following week, on Saturday, December 16th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., is our holiday home tour. We have 5 locally festively decorated homes and the Garden Club office. They will be open our doors to the members and to the public to share in the magic of the season. Tickets are $20 and children are free. Income from these events support over a dozen of the Garden Club's philanthropic community endeavors, including providing scholarships for college-bound horticulture and landscape students, planting the flower clock along the Modesto Center Plaza with over 2,000 plants, establishing and continuing to maintain the Victims Garden, which is located at the Stanislaus County Courthouse, and maintaining the Senior Citizen Center gardens, and so much more. We welcome our elected officials and the general public to attend these special seasonal events. We look forward to seeing you. Do you have any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you so much.
No? We just want to thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And
the
thank
privilege.
you to the members for being here.
Thank you for the privilege of being here.
If I could point out Lee Lundgren right there, Lee, and she's our former clerk recorder, registrar of voters, and retired,
And a member of our club.
and a member of your club.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you again. All right, next comment card is for Laura Placencia. Laura, good morning. How are you doing?
How about you guys?
Good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Alrighty. Good morning, chairperson, board members, and community members. My name is Laura Placencia, and I'm a community organizer with Valley Improvement Projects, a nonprofit that does social and environmental justice here based in Stanislaus County. I am also a lifelong resident of Stanislaus County. My parents, along with many other family members and community members, work in the agriculture industry, along with farm workers in my community, allowing me to understand their needs and their struggles. The California agriculture economy generates over $50 billion dollars annually, and that wouldn't be possible without all of the workers at the top of the chain and lower the farm workers that work the actual land. I am here today to address my concerns stemming from the recent ARPA Dollars in Action meeting held on November 15th in downtown Modesto, hosted by the Central Valley Opportunity Center, CVOC, and the county. This meeting was, and I quote, according to the flyer, an important community gathering for an overview of the ARPA dollars at work for the farm working community residing in Stanislaus County. Yet, there were only 2 farm working members present that were invited by other organizations. The setting of the meeting was hosted in downtown Modesto at a time when farm workers are working and are not able to be present. There were language barriers. They were not prepared to do full professional translation, and through advocates' comments in regards to the translation not being there, the response from the facilitators was for members from the audience to help with the translation, which felt more of a comeback response and not a professional response due to taking accountability that they were not prepared for the meeting. In addition to that, the meeting was at 3 p.m. downtown, and it presented challenges for farm workers due to their work schedules and remote locations, demonstrating a lack of consideration for their daily routines and responsibilities. In addition, local officials like the mayor of Ceres mentioned that he hadn't received any notice about that meeting occurring, which is very important to us for all local officials to get this information so that they can take back to their representative and their community members that they represent. There was also some concerns in regards to the timing and the location, and in conversations with some other farm workers in regards to getting assistance from CVOC, they've mentioned requests to want to move the trainings for later in the afternoon so that they're available for farm worker community, but they've mentioned that many of the trainings are only from 8 to 5. So I am just here to bring awareness on how we need to know and get more informed with the farm working community and their culture and their work routines in order to better be able to serve the community. And also, I am here to also ask the board to reconsider adding that advisory committee in order to fully represent the needs of farm workers. I believe that the meeting, so many things went wrong, kind of showing that they don't necessarily have the connections with farm workers to perhaps know that maybe that wasn't the right place, time, and setting. And I believe that if you guys would reconsider to reinstate that advisory committee, it would help understand what the needs of the farm workers are. Since reaching out to the Farm Bureau as CVOC and the county expressed their form of outreach isn't necessarily applicable to reach all the way to the farm workers. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, wonderful. Laura, thank you so much for being here. I am going to direct you to Tina Rocha in the back, and she's going to address some of your concerns that are being addressed, but we really appreciate your comments and for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right, that is all the comment cards that I have. Are there any members of the public that wish to comment on any items not related to the agenda? Okay, seeing none, we will go ahead and close the public comment period and move on to the consent calendar. Do any board members wish to comment on any items on consent? Okay, seeing none, we will open it up to the public. Do any members of the public wish to comment on any items on consent? Okay, seeing none, we will go ahead and bring it back to the board for comment or action.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Supervisor Buck-Condit, a second by Supervisor Chiesa. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, passes unanimously 5-0. All right, moving on to discussion items. We have a presentation by Jennifer Hugai. It's a PowerPoint presentation to enter into agreement between the County of Stanislaus and the Regents of the University of California for the 4-H Youth Development Program. Jennifer, Tina, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, all.
All right, well, good morning, Chairperson Condit, Supervisor CEO Hayes, and County Council Bowes, Tina Rocha, Assistant Executive Officer, bless you. With me today is Jennifer Hagee, the Farm Advisor and County Director for the University of California Cooperative Extension. The item we have before you today is an approval to enter into an agreement between the county and the Regents of UC for a 4-H youth development program. Before I turn this over to Jennifer, I was just going to give a little background. The county has a long-standing relationship with the University of California Cooperative Extension. This goes back over 100 years. By bringing the UC cooperative resources to the county, it is assisting our local partners here. In June 2023, the staff services position that the county had been funding to support this program became vacant. And Jennifer had reached out to inquire, hey, is there another model that maybe we could move forward this rather than just filling it as a county employee? And so we did explore that model. And in lieu of filling it as a county position, we looked at contracting with UC California. And so UC California has agreed to provide a 1.0 full-time equivalent of a community education specialist position. We will be funding 1/2 of that position with UC. The term of the agreement would be for 3 years, retroactive to October 1st of this year, and our share of that over the term is about $112,000. This position not only does coordination and management and delivery of the 4-H program, it does training, guiding, it will help evaluate the program implementation, and then it's also making sure that it's in compliance with the statewide policies and procedures. So I'd like to turn this over to Jennifer to tell you a little bit more about our 4-H program.
All right, good morning again, and thank you for some time this morning on the agenda. Before I get into the presentation about all the great work 4-H does, I am really excited to bring this to the board today. I think the efficiencies that we'll realize with this partnership are going to be good not only for the program staff, but that is going to translate into better service for our youth members and the leaders who really are responsible for making 4-H great in this county. So thank you again for some time this morning. UC's 4-H program provides the youth of Stanislaus County between 5 and 19 years of age opportunities to participate in programs and projects at the community, county, state, and national levels. In Stanislaus County, we do strive to provide projects that meet the needs of everyone in the county. And just as a quick reminder, if anyone needs to remember what the 4-H's stand for that are on that little emblem on the bottom left-hand side, head, heart, hands, and health. And really the goal of 4-H is to build up the individual so that that youth can grow up and then give back to the community to which they grew up or wherever they end up in their lives. Next slide, please. So 4-H really is a program that is learned by doing. And I think a perfect example of this, you see the pictures here, are 4-H youth exhibiting their animals at the Stanislaus County Fair. That is how a lot of folks in the San Joaquin Valley grew up knowing 4-H, myself included. My first introduction was showing at the fair. Projects in agriculture, of course, showing animals are our most popular projects, not only in Stanislaus County, but throughout the state. But it is important to remember that 4-H really is more than just that week of the fair. Youth can fully participate in 4-H and get all the benefits of being a 4-H member without having anything to do with animals if that's not what they're interested in. Okay. So Here we see more than 51,000 projects statewide are in those animal projects and STEM or science, technology, engineering, and math. But 4-H members can also participate in projects related to healthy living, leadership, as well as civic engagement. On this slide, we have a number of outcomes that have been measured throughout the state, through 4-H involvement. I'll just point you to that last one. 90% of 4-H members have reported that 4-H has inspired them to volunteer and give back to their communities. So I think this is really telling of the impact that we can have here in Stanislaus County with a fully functioning, well-run 4-H program. We are also very fortunate in Stanislaus County to have an excellent 4-H camp program held at Pinecrest's Camp Sylvester. You can enroll in 4-H and do nothing else but go to camp if that's what interests you. And camp involves some of those same science, technology, engineering, and math components that we know are core to youth development. A few years ago, campers actually built mini robotic race cars, and then raced them. That was one of their activities at camp. So those more formal education activities, of course, are accompanied by hiking, archery, fishing, all of the things that you would associate with camp to round out a week really that's all about learning and having fun. And in case anyone's interested, I have included a QR code. You can follow that link where camp registration will be housed, and if anyone's there's not many people here. I missed my opportunity with all the youth this morning. I should have bombarded them at the door. The camp will be June 11th through the 16th, again at Camp Sylvester at beautiful Pinecrest. So I very briefly, that doesn't even touch on everything 4-H has to offer in this county, but I only have so much time. So I'm going to pivot a little bit into some of those outcomes that we know that 4-H members realize as they grow up. Throughout their educational careers. So 4-H, our first one, 4-H members are about 2 times more likely to get better grades in school. And also on the same topic of school, they are about 2 times more likely to be more engaged. So they're at school, they're getting better grades, they're more engaged with the things happening at their school. If we look at just the female population, girls who participate in 4-H are about 2 times more likely to consider science careers, which we know science is important, higher paying jobs. And then finally, 4-H youth are about 3.4 times more likely to give back in the communities that they grew up in. So a very good example, this is a recent example of some of the fantastic work our 4-H clubs are doing in Stanislaus County was just from October of this year. Valley Mountain Regional Center, who are charged with serving the disabled community of Stanislaus County, requested assistance from the 4-H program to organize a petting zoo for their Disabilities Resource Fair. Excited about the project, several clubs came together to work on this event. We had volunteer members from Westport 4-H, Newman 4-H, River Oaks 4-H, and then the 4-H county ambassadors. Those are our senior members, so the high school members who take on a leadership role within 4-H. They all came together and brought animals, equipment, and displays to this event. 4-H members reached out with kindness, compassion, and care, whether it was patiently helping somebody touch a rabbit for the first time or bracing a ram so that it could be a little bit easier for someone to feel a wool for the first time. So everyone, the Valley Mountain Regional Center clientele, the 4-H volunteers, of course, those dedicated leaders who go with the youth everywhere they go. We couldn't do it without our leaders. Everyone had a really great day of learning and really sharing the passion of animals and 4-H in the community. And so before I turn this over, I could never pass up the opportunity for a shameless plug. You can enroll in 4-H year-round. We don't stop enrollment. We don't have a hard end date. I've included the website, and that QR code will also lead you to the website if you want more information about 4-H. If you want to talk to someone, feel free to reach out. Call us 209-525-6800. Email the address there. We can help you find a club that's local to you, or if you're looking for a very specific project, we can direct you to the club that would best fit your needs. Anything we can do to increase 4-H enrollment, we are here for you. So thank you again for the time this morning, and I will pass it over to Tina to finish off the presentation.
Okay, thanks, Jennifer. So that is the end of our presentation. We do have 3 staff recommendations. The first one would be approving the agreement between the County of Stanislaus and the Regents of the University of California for the 4-H Youth Development Program, retroactive to October 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2026, authorizing the Chief Executive Officer to sign the agreement and any subsequent amendments with a not-to-exceed amount of $111,552. And then this would also be amending the salary and position allocation to remove that staff services technician position that was in the budget. Okay, and with that, we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Awesome. Any questions or comments from the board members? Okay, we'll go and open it up to members of the public. Do any members of the public wish to comment on this discussion item? Okay, seeing none, we'll bring it back to the board for comments and action. Vito?
Yeah, so if people don't know about this department, it's a quasi-county department. We really don't fund it. And I think we fund a partial position before this that probably had to do with the 4-H, because I remember Jim DeMartini getting that money quite some time ago. But the UC Extension is the trusted source amongst farmers. And when they do a study of some sort, and I think we have our advisors, how many advisors do we have now?
Currently 6.
6, and that probably out of all the counties in California, we're probably at the top as far as having filled positions. But a dairy advisor, almond walnut advisor, field crops, master gardener, they're different areas of expertise. But you can't have the chemical company, for lack of a better word, doing a study, because it would be tainted in there. That's the perception. And so UC is the trusted folks. When they come out with suggestions, typically farmers will follow along, as will the chemical companies. I'm using bad examples, but I'm just coming off the top of my head, and Jennifer and I have talked about this. So that's the UC Extension from a perspective. This program here is something that I feel strongly about, FFA and 4-H, just the leadership qualities that come out of it, that 2 times more likely to be involved. I think it teaches the things that are missing. We talk about focus on prevention and other things about bringing people together, family units. This is a family unit in some way. And so I'm completely in support of this. I think we have one of the best UC, and Jennifer, you're largely responsible for that. You've had some great predecessors before you. But hats off. I wish we could do more beyond this, but it's tough budget times. But again, you have my complete support on this item and appreciate everything you do.
Thank you. Awesome. Any other questions, comments, or action?
Motion to approve.
I'm just going to echo what Vito said, and with regard to FFA and 4-H, I wish we could make this mandatory, that every kid had to participate in this, because it's just that important and what they accomplish with our kids and what they learn from it. So thank you guys very much.
Looking at the outcomes, I needed a little 4-H in my
I think so.
All right, we have a motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. So a motion by Supervisor Keza, second by Supervisor Withrow. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, passes unanimously 5-0. Thank you so much for the presentation today.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, moving on to correspondence.
This board has received the correspondence and claims as listed on the agenda.
Acknowledge receipt of correspondence and refer as recommended on the agenda. Moving on to Board of Supervisor reports. Do any Board of Supervisors have anything to report?
Well, this past Saturday, Supervisor Withrow and I got to partake in the City of Modesto Holiday Parade. Good weather. We had really good weather this year, and it was Supervisor Withrow and I. Our voices were a little raspy, but we managed to get through the entire parade, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy upcoming New Year.
I do want to invite Congressman Duarte's office. Vito, did you have a report?
No.
We'll go after Gavin. Vito, go ahead. You go.
Oh, stay right there, Gavin. I forgot to mention the Air Board, the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control Board, had their study session here in Modesto, and both Terry and Buck came by. It was nice, but we had 2 days of discussion. We had a showcase for low dust equipment, ag equipment, press conference. But it was a good time to talk about all of the challenges ahead in moving to electric and or hydrogen with the 2035 and 2045 dates. Trying to think about where all the electricity is going to come from, charging, how to build out a system. And again, extremely complicated, but we had good partners that were here. The US EPA was here, CARB, California Resources Board, participating in it. So it was just something, and it was nice to have him here. Councilwoman Escutia Braden is also on the Air Board, and so we hosted the group from the Valley.
Did you mention you're the chair, or did you say that? You are the chair of that committee. Very impressive. Good job.
Any other reports before we turn over to Gavin? Okay, Congressman Duarte's office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, county staff, community, thank you. Gavin Klein with Congressman John Duarte's office. Just want a quick update. This past week, Congressman Duarte had in the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee held a hearing on the Intercity Passenger Rail of America. During this session, Congressman Duarte held the opportunity to ask about the California high-speed rail and the impacts on carbon emissions. And then a really important bill that we just co-sponsored is that the Congressman co-sponsors the Explore Act. It's a comprehensive bill that not only promotes recreation activities to our service members and veterans, but also increases the accessibility to these activities for all. Additionally, outdoor recreation has a $1.1 trillion economic output every year and 5 million jobs annually. This means the Explore Act is not just fostering enjoyable outdoor time experiences, but it's also investment in the future of our communities, small business, and the well-being of Americans. Earlier this year, the closure of Madera Community Hospital was something that was really close to home and sent shockwaves throughout our valley. And this sheds light on the larger problems in the healthcare delivery in rural communities. Congressman Duarte has joined the Congressional Bipartisan Rural Health Caucus. This newly formed caucus will promote and advance legislation and policy that increases access to high quality, affordable healthcare and mental health services for rural America. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Gavin. All right, moving on to Legislative Fiscal and Management Report, CEO Hayes.
Just one item to report this morning. We had been tracking the delay in revenues at the state, and we now have that information. It's gotten quite a few headlines, actually, because state revenues appear to be $26 billion below the Budget Act projection that was included in the state's budget. So it has strong potential to create significant challenge for the current year budget at the state of California. And we're going to watch and see what the state does. Probably too late to significantly impact the governor's January budget, but we'll see. So I wanted to report that, and we'll let you know what else we hear.
Okay, and we do have closed session today.
Yes, we have closed session conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, Subdivision D1, one case, People versus Yasala Madrigal and Anna Maria Madrigal. That's in the Stanislaus County Superior Court, and the case number is CV 22004600. Yeah, public comment would be.
Any members of the public wish to comment? Okay, seeing none. We will go ahead and adjourn this meeting. We want to thank Deputy Gingrich for looking over us here today. We will adjourn at 9:44.